Well, hello and welcome to day 6 of the Cheongju 2018 World Shooting Parasport Championships here in South Korea. Well, hello, my name's Alan March and I'm here with you for all of the action of these championships here in Cheongju. One event here today on day 6, the R5 10-meter air rifle prone mixed SH2 event. Ukraine's Vitaly Plakushi goes in firing point A. Serbia's Dragan Ristic goes in B. 2010 world champion. Bulgaria's Milena Todorova goes in firing point C. Lady from Dobrich. Slovenia's Franček Teršek is in firing point D. Double Paralympian. Second final of these World Championships. Andrea Liverani from Italy. 27-year-old in E. Dejan Djokic from Serbia is in F. Youngest of our finalists, just 24. Turkey's Hakan Cevic goes in G. Competed in Rio. And the 4-time Paralympian from New Zealand in H is Michael Johnson. Already a medal winner here. Johnson, a silver individual medal earlier on in these World Championships, and I think he'll fancy his chances with this field. Bronze medalist at the last World Championships. Gold in 2006, Michael Johnson, but missed out coming 4th in 2012. The New Zealander will have a point to prove. Now the SH2 category, that's for athletes who have an impairment in the upper limbs, which prevents them from supporting the full weight of the rifle. The athletes will use what you can see right down the middle of your screen here. It's a sort of spring-mounted stand, helps to support the weight of the rifle. Athletes can fully stabilize, guide and control the rifle in the aiming process. Most of these athletes will require an assistant, a loader, if you will, for the pellets. And many of the SH2 classified athletes also have an impairment in the lower limb or limbs and compete in a sitting position, either from a wheelchair or you'll see some of the shooting chairs that they have on show. A lot of the shooters like to pick up stickers from events that they've been to. You can see them there on the gun mount, that rifle mount, just with the spring in it. You even see a sticker there from these very championships on the spine of St. Tersek's gun mount. So again, on this near side, this is Michael Johnson, and going up the line from there, Hakan Cevic, Dejan Djokic, Andrea Liverani, Franček Teršek, Milena Todorova, Dragan Ristic, and Vitaly Plakushi from Ukraine. First Italian and first Bulgarian to make an individual final. Hakan Cevic is the first Turkish male athlete to make it into an individual final. So you see the clock at the top left of your screen. ticking down from 2.5 minutes. They have 5 shots to get away in that time. Aiming at the targets that you see on the screen at the bottom. Right down the centre, and I mean right down the centre, is 10-9, and only person to hit that perfectly on the first shot is Italy's Andrea Liverani in firing point E. Liverani going well to begin here, 10-9, 10-6. Francek Terzic with a 10-3, 10-4. 43-year-old with plenty of R4 Paralympic success. Hoping for some World Championship joy here at these World Championships. 10-3, 10-4, 10-3 for the Slovenian so far. This is Liverani. What a start this is for the 27-year-old. 10-9, 10-6, 10-7. Michael Johnson is hot on the tail. 2 10-7s back-to-back for the New Zealander. Liverani at 27, the second youngest involved in this final. Just dropping to a 10-5 with that fourth shot, penultimate shot for the Italian. Shoots for the Bologna club. Johnson looking a little disgruntled with his fifth, Devon, a 10.5. That's why. Wanted a little bit more. Paklushi is moving steadily forward as well, finishing with a 10.5. 10.8 is Dragan Ristic. A couple more still to fire, and it's Francek Terzic, who we saw early doors on your screens, who is bottom of the pile at the moment. A brilliant 10-9 to finish for Hakan Cevic. Cevic 53-1 joint with Plakushi, but it is Andrea Liverani who leads 53.3 for the young Italian after the first 5. Second after the first 5, but so much more to go in this competition. And Kancevic on 53-1 going into the second set of 5. Stay on the 42-year-old Turkish athlete. Well, he fired a 10-9 to finish the first 5. He's fired a 10-9 to start the second 5 as well. Are we looking at an early contender here? Dragan Ristic was level with Cevic after the end of the first round. His 6th shot was a 10-7. We've just watched him shoot a 10-8. Little shake of the head from Liverani, and that's how quick this competition can change. His first 5 were brilliant. His 6th and 7th shots have been 10-4. Michael Johnson going along steadily, a 10.5. Preceded by 2 10.6s. This is Johnson. 44 years old now, from Auckland. He was a flag bearer at the opening ceremony of the London Paralympics, and Johnson just dropping to a 10-1. And Dejan Djokic is the man now struggling at the bottom. Cevic going well, 10-9, 10-5, 10-7 so far in this second set of 5. He's 2 more to come. Again, these athletes in an ultimate test of accuracy and control, having to use that spring-mounted stand to assist with the weight of the rifle. And Cevic finishes with a 10-6, then a 10-3, which is why he looked a little disgruntled at the end of that shot. So it's Vitaly Blakushi from Ukraine, 106.4, 106.1 for Cevic, and Ristic 106 flat. At the bottom, Dejan Jokic, Michael Johnson. Johnson is just 0.1 behind Francisek Teršek, who in turn is just 0.2 behind Milena Todorova. So Serbia's Dejan Jokic is the first to be under pressure. Shoots in Belgrade, his club. I mentioned at the beginning, he's the youngest in this competition. Coached by Nenad Pajic. The first of two singular shots now. And a 10-2 leaves him 0.9 behind Michael Johnson. He needs the New Zealander to drop outside the 10s if he's going to stand any chance. So it looks like Dejan Jokic will be the first to leave us in this contest. So in firing point F, Dejan Jokic on the right side needs some help, but he also needs a huge 10-9 already at this stage of the competition. Just look at the stillness, steadiness of the hands. But it isn't about just that, controlling the breathing and the emotions. Such a pivotal part. And you see the disappointment for Dejan. Dejan Jokic goes out. The Serbian in firing point F. 124.7. Well, that's the first of our 8 to make their way out. It will follow the same format. If you're just joining us for the first time and unsure of how it all works here in the shooting parasport world, in this event, 2 sets of 5, then 2 sets of individual shots, and after each 2 individual shots, we lose whoever is bottom of the pile at that point. Michael Johnson is now holding that spot, but not by much. Bags of experience between these two. Maybe would have expected to have been much higher up, but it's what happens on the day. As with anything, and you see Johnson's face, hitting a 10-1, he has left himself 0.8 behind Milena Todorova. It was a good shot from Teršek, who hit a 10-6, Todorova 10-3, but Michael Johnson's 10-1 could very well be the end of him. Milena Todorova and Teršek are level on 136.8. Well, this is the Bulgarian from Dobric, competes for her club in Varna on the Black Sea coast, just a few hours south of the Romanian border. Nice place. So Todorova firing in a 10-6, which is good enough to keep her in the competition. Michael Johnson, a gold medal winner at World Championships back in 2006, but it's not his World Championships this time around. And the man from Auckland leaves the competition. Well, whilst Johnson's been a flag bearer, Plakushi is the standard bearer so far in this final. Look at those last four. 10-5, 10-7, 10-8, 10-7. It's going well for Ukraine's Vitaly Plakushi, but again, concentrate on the battle at the bottom. Milena Todorova. 147-4. Francek Terzic. Slovenia. 147-5. Two singular shots could really change their path here. Hakan Cevic, who was an early leader, has dropped down to fourth. And Todorova hits a 10-8. Big pressure on Terzic then, the double Paralympian. A man with more success in the R4 event, it has to be said. But nonetheless, a very respected athlete. And Hakan Cevic is really dropping off the pace. A 10-1 and 10-2 means that Todorova is now just 0.2 behind him. If she can get past the Turk, all of a sudden, she could be knocking on the door of the medals. Those medals at the moment, Ukraine, Serbia, Italy. Terzic needs something sublime. They've both taken their 16th shots. 10-6 from Terzic, but it's not enough. 168.3. He's found himself 0.1 behind the Bulgarian. So Francek Terzic from Slovenia is out. Well, good final so far. Jokic, Johnson, and Terzic has gone. And then there were five. Our first chance in a little while to take a look at the man that's steadily leading away, Vitaly Plakushi from Auli in Ukraine. Only debuted internationally in 2015. This is his first major final. What an introduction he is giving himself. It's the third-ranked qualifier, hitting 6.36.9 in qualification. Dragan Ristic, who's just behind him, had the best of the qualification campaigns, and it's going pretty much to form here because Andrea Liverani was the second highest qualifier. So the top three qualifiers are currently in the top three positions. Now, Milena Todorova hit a 10-5 to close the gap on Hakan Cevic, and it's 1.789 against 1.793. Hakan on your left side can't afford a slip of anything as low as 10-3, really. But Todorova, whose best shot today in this final is a 10-8, needs another one of those at least to put the pressure on. Bordering nations, but one of them will go out here in fifth position. Todorova and Hakan are separated because it is Lekanosh to Todorova, which is good night for those that don't speak a little Bulgarian. Italy, Turkey, Ukraine, Serbia, they remain. And look how tight it is for this battle for the bronze. Liverani and Cevic are bang level on 190. Nothing separating them with two shots to come before we lose fourth place. The agonizing position of missing out on the medals. This is Dragan Ristic, the leader at present, but there's just 0.1 between he and Plakushi as well, so real tight right across this top four. This is Turkey's Hakan Cevic on this near side. Cevic found 10-7 a few moments ago. He's found a 10-6 on the back of that, so gives himself a 0.2 gap in front of Liverani, and the man who was second to qualify could be about to miss out on a medal. He's an entire point back on the leaders, who are now joint leaders, so Plakushi and Ristic are level. And there's just 0.2 between these two. Well, Hakan Cevic, whose wife competed at the Beijing Paralympic Games. He also went to Rio a couple of years ago. Well, they both hit a 10.7. They were under pressure. They've held their nerve to score big, but for Liverani, it was a gap too far, and the Italian misses out on a medal here. And again, look how close this is at the top. Well, it's 0.7 between Hakan Cevic and the top two here, but the battle is on. Plakushi and Ristic are level on 212. Well, the loaders doing their job. The shooters going brilliantly, and they are right next to each other in A and B as well. Plakushi and Ristic, and well, Hakan Cevic is just to the right of your screen here, just doing his thing. If he can keep going at 10-7 rate, he can continue to compete, but he's 0.7 back. Can he find the maximum 10-9? He's in another 10-7, but I'll tell you who has it a 10-9. Dragan Ristic on the left side of your screen just gives himself a bit of a gap. One more shot before we lose the bronze medal winner, but Cevic at the moment is 0.4 behind Plakushi, but that 10-9 has opened up a gap. Plakushi dropping to a 10-4, and all of a sudden the Serbian is in control. Well, we had two Serbians in the final, but this is the man that won the World Championships in 2010, Ristic. He's now far more comfortable than he was in terms of going out for the bronze. It's either going to be Hakan Cevic on the right side, who wants 0.4 the difference against Plakushi, who fires a 10-4, but so too does Cevic. So out goes Turkey's Hakan Cevic. It's bronze, though, for the experienced Turkish shooter. And the man who went out in qualification during the Paralympics can now say that he is third best in the world in 2018. Now, Vitali Plakushi hit a 10-4, 10-4. He has allowed Dragan Ristic to get away from him. 37 years of age in a first major competition, and you wonder if he's just struggled to cope with the emotions, because she has now hit a 10-3 as Ristic continues to stay strong and calm and composed. 10-5 from the Serbian, and the gap is 0.9. Surely too much. There isn't a huge mistake in Dragan Ristic, is there? The man on the left side is in control. All he has to do is find one more solid shot to win the 2018 World Shooting Parasport Championships, and his loader is already applauding because he knows that 10-8 under pressure is just what the doctor ordered. Dragan Ristic 254.8. Very comfortable in victory in the end. Plakushi has to settle for silver, 253.5. The last 4 or 5 shots for Plakushi just showing he was under a little bit of pressure. Well, bronze goes to Hakanchevich here, 232.4. Vitaly Plakushi from Ukraine, 253.5. And Dragan Ristic, who qualified in first position, has indeed kept that form going from the qualifying hall to the finals hall. He is the world champion and gold medal winner. Bronze for Turkey. Feeling bad for Andrea Liverani, the Italian, just missing out in 4th position. Silver goes to Vitaly Plakushi. Well, a first major competition, and he's got silver. Maybe just thinking back on what could have been there. But solid shooting from Dragan Ristic, who was just solid all the way through. Real good performance from the Serbian.
And now our gold medalist, Dragan Ristic from Serbia.
He holds aloft his rifle, and he is indeed the 10-meter air rifle prone mixed SH2 world champion. Well, don't go away. We'll be back with the victory ceremony for this event in a matter of minutes. We'll have the team event ceremony as well, but for now, we'll say goodbye. So welcome back to our coverage of the Cheongju 2018 World Shooting Parasport Championships here in South Korea. We are indeed on day number 6 of 8, just 2 more days of competition, but our coverage here on day 6 isn't over yet. We've got the victory ceremonies for our individual and team events, but first up will indeed be that individual ceremony for these gentlemen here. Well, a first time in a world event, or any major event for Vitaly Blakushi of Ukraine. He managed to get himself a silver medal, just dropping off in form over the final few shots against the formidable Dragan Ristic.
The medals will be presented by Wanda Jewel, World Shooting Parasport STC Vice Chairperson.
Wanda Jewel, World Shooting Parasport STC Vice Chairperson, a bronze medal winner at the Olympic Games nonetheless. Bo Hyung Lee also being part of the medal presentation party as well.
The bronze medalist with a score of 232.4 points.
So, a bronze for Turkey, and a bronze for Hakan Çevik. Finished on 232.4. Finished the first round of fives with a 10.9. Started the second round of fives with a 10.9 as well. So he was on point at that point. But a little bit later on, dropping 10.1, 10.2. Just unable to get back into the swing of things. A 10.4 to finish wasn't enough to keep him in the race for the top 2 medals. As mentioned as they were coming out, a big moment here for Ukraine's Vitaly Blakushi, the 37-year-old from Auli. Already made his debut internationally in 2015, wasn't quick enough to be in consideration for Rio in 2016, but the first major competition he's at, and he's managed to get himself a World Championship silver medal. Again, the last 2 rounds, 10-4, 10-4, 10-3, 10-4, just couldn't find the sort of form and accuracy that he needed to outshoot the eventual winner. Serbia's Dragan Ristic. He's 39 now. He won this competition back in 2010. He got a silver in 2014, but he is back to being the best in the world at World Championship level. Had a couple of poor Paralympic performances, but he's top of the pile this time around. Well, gold for Serbia, silver for Ukraine, and bronze for Turkey in this men's or mixed 10-meter air rifle prone event.
Ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem of Serbia. Ladies and gentlemen, your world champions.
Well, he's known that feeling before. He's also known what it's like to just miss out on that position. But this time around here in Cheongju in South Korea, no doubt about our winner. He finished extremely strongly as well. 10-6, 10-6, 10-9, 10-6, 10-5, 10-8 over the course of his final 6 shots. And that was just too hot to handle for Ukraine's Vitaly Plakushi, and bronze for Turkey's Hakan Çevik here in this individual event. Well, Ristic will be back with us in a few moments' time for the team event. That's something that's won during qualifications. But from the individual event, we say a big well done to Serbia's Dragan Ristic, who is the world champion. And our coverage will be back in just a couple of moments with the team victory ceremony.
Thank you everyone for joining the 10-meter air rifle.
So again, welcome back to our coverage here on day number 6 from the Cheongju 2018 World Shooting Para Sport Championships. Well, we've had the individual event and medal ceremony. Now it's time for the team event. This is done during the qualifying period. The countries put forward 3 athletes at the beginning of the qualifying process, and their scores are added together. Not necessarily the best 3 from each nation at the end of the competition, but the 3 that are chosen by the countries themselves going into that qualification period. First visit to the podium for Thailand on the right hand side. Come to those in a couple of moments. They're just being a bit presumptuous and going forward a little bit too early. Smiles all around.
Ladies and gentlemen, the medals will be presented by Lee Bo-hyung, Cheongju 2018 World Junior Parasport
So the
Championship
return of
Competition
both of
Manager.
our presenters. Lee Bo-hyung, the Cheingju 2018 competition manager, and Wanda Jewell alongside him, World Shooting Parasport STC vice chairperson.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, the bronze medalist representing Thailand.
I mentioned a first visit to the podium here for the Thai team. Dustra Thongdi, Anuson Chaichman, and Tache Senachan, all picking up decent performances. It was Chaichman who came in with a 6:32.6. He was only 0.2 ahead of Senachan. In fact, Thongdi was on 6:30.9 as well. So 1,895.9 for the Thailand team. Didn't quite make it into the final. Chaichman finishing in 14th position in the end, and Senachan just in behind in 15th in the rankings. As for Italy, well, we of course saw young Andrea Liverani in the final, qualified in second position, but was knocked out in 4th during the individual event. Well, he's here with his teammates. This is Pamela Novaglio picking up her silver medal, and Massimo Dalla Casa was the first to receive the silverware for Mr. Lee. Team total 1,896.3. Liverani's final qualification score was 6:37. Novaglio 6:30.3, and Dalla Casa 6:29.0.
Ladies and gentlemen, now our gold medalist representing Serbia, Dragan Ristic, Dejan Jokic.
Well, as for gold, it's 2 in a matter of moments for Dragan Ristic. Dejan Jokic, the youngest in the final, and Jokic at 24 has found himself with a team gold medal as well as a place in the individual World Championship final. They're alongside Zdravko Savanovic. He's in the middle of those 3, but it was Dragan Ristic that gave them a 6:37.1 in qualifying, and he's given his nation a team and individual gold to be very proud of. A team total of 1,899.6. Jokic's 6:33.6, Savanovic 6:28.9. He finished well down the list in 35th. But what they have got is team gold for Serbia.
Ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem of Serbia.
Well, the anthem of Serbia played twice here in the finals hall in a matter of moments. The man on the left side of that trio, responsible and a big part of the reasons why. An individual gold for Dragan Ristic, but along with Dejan Jokic and Zdravko Savanovic, Serbia take the team title of the 10-metre air rifle prone mixed event as well. So that all but concludes day number 6 here in Cheongju. The World Shooting Parasport Championship still has 2 more days left to run. Make sure you join us tomorrow for day number 7. Around about 1:20 local time, we'll have the R8 final. From myself, Alan March, and all the team here in South Korea, have a great day.
Thank you.